Dr. Kinsley here. I'm your instructor for this group, for this course. So it's a very large course. There are a lot of students in it, and Dr. Wagner is the course coordinator, and you've already sort of been introduced to him, and now you're split into smaller groups, and I'm your instructor for our group, and I'm really excited to meet all of you. Lily is our writing mentor, and she's going to be here to help you along the process, to give you additional feedback. You can email either of us questions. You can email both of us questions if you wanted to sort of CC both of us on an email. You can do that. She will be holding workshops throughout the semester for your major projects, so Project 1 and Project 2. And she will have office hours. I will have office hours. You're very much encouraged to pop in and ask any questions about the course, whether those questions are logistical or about composition or about your portfolio, anything that you just have on your mind. It doesn't even need to do with the course necessarily. If you just have general writing questions, that's incredibly important to your theory of writing, which I'll get to in a moment. So do reach out to Lily and I throughout the semester. If you can't make it to our office hours, you can schedule other times to meet with us and we'd be happy to do that. Or you can just email us questions and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So this is a very fast-paced course, as I'm sure you've noticed, and every assignment sort of leads into the next assignment. So it is really important that you do those, and that if you are finding that you can't sort of meet those deadlines, that you email me and reach out to me about that. And we can work together in order to reach the expectations of the course, because it is very fast-paced, but the assignments all do work towards the final portfolio project. So everything is used together and sort of rolls into one another. So they are all important assignments, and they are all very useful to each other. So keep that in mind as you move forward. Because the portfolio is the most significant portion of this course, you really need to keep up with that on almost a daily basis. So constantly be reflecting, sort of keep a journal of your progress and process through this course, but also be journaling about reflecting on either through the lens of the WPA and HOM outcomes, or just sort of on your own reflection, other places in which you engage composition. And remember that composition doesn't need to necessarily take place on an 8x11 sheet of paper. Composition takes place all around us, from the outfits we choose to wear, to the friends we keep, to the way that we articulate ourselves, to even our schedule, our daily habits. All of this is a type of composition that happens around us. As you go through this course, the hope is that you start to notice the compositional choices, the rhetorical strategies and choices that others make, that communities make. That's the most important thing in this course. And that you think about the way that parks are structured or laid out in a city, or the way that graffiti reaches out to us in a particular way, right? Whether that's, graffiti on a bathroom wall, or, Banksian sort of graffiti out in the world, political statements. All of this is rhetoric, all of this is composition, and all of this is taking place around us at every moment of the day. So my hope is that you not only think more and more about this as you progress through the course and beyond, but that you also take the time to jot down a few thoughts, either every day or every other day, or at the very, very least every week, that you reflect not only on the course, but on the world around you. And that's sort of where the theory of writing comes in. So your theory of writing is unique to you, of course, and that it will be largely informed by your experiences in this course and the assignments that you undertake and the way that you approach those. But your theory of writing has already started and will continue beyond the course, well beyond these 8 weeks. And it's important that you interact with that and that you allow it to evolve in a self-reflective way. So if you have questions about what theory of writing means after you read the materials, or if you have questions about, what counts as transference, which is what the reflections ask you to do, please reach out to me, and we can talk more about that. And I'll probably have another video or a workshop on theory of writing before the end of the semester. So it's incredibly important that you think about it as often as possible and that you write it down, because I feel like one of the rules of life is as soon as you say, oh, I'll remember that, you're not going to remember it. So do write down as much as possible. And in some ways, that in itself can be an act of transference for the skills you learn in this course, that you are writing things down, that you are reflecting constantly beyond the assignment parameters. So some things to think about as you work through the WPA outcomes and the HOM. So those might be foreign terms to you, and when you complete the pre-course reflection on Sunday, that will be something that you'll start to engage with, and you'll engage with that throughout the course. So if you feel a little bit uncertain about what they mean right now, don't worry about it. It will come up throughout the course, and I think it will become more clear. If you're still really unclear and lost feeling before the next reflection, the mid-course reflection, please do reach out to me and sort of we can workshop that together. Okay, a couple of other things to keep in mind is that sometimes assignments are due in multiple places. So for instance, the peer reviews, those are due on the discussion board, and they are also due in the Blackboard module. Make sure you are putting them in both places in order to get graded and to receive feedback. Also, please remember that when a portfolio assignment is due, so for instance, the portfolio creation and pre-course reflection that's due this week, you need to upload that link. So just copy and paste the link to your portfolio into the assignment module so that you can get a grade and feedback. That's really important, because a lot of people forget to do that, because yes, we can find you in Digication, but it's really important that you follow the instructions and that you include that link there, not only because it's just good practices, but also because it will demonstrate to us that outside people can find your portfolio or other people in the course. And of course you can set the permissions however you like. Just make sure that you do set the permissions so that people in the Writer Studio can find you, otherwise I won't be able to see your portfolio. Play with the design elements. I know, for a lot of us this is a very foreign concept and it feels really uncomfortable, but that's part of the WPA and HOM, right? Is that we sort of reach outside of our comfort zone. So it's an opportunity not only to do something new, but also to reflect on what that's like to do something new, right? And to create new compositions, because those design elements are part of your composition strategies and presenting yourself and your theory of writing. So do make sure you do that. Make sure you're using the Writer Studio template, and make sure that you follow the instructions carefully. Also, and I'm going to remind you of this a lot throughout the semester, but create landing pages so that there's some context for what you're putting into your portfolio. So assume, even if your readers are just Writer Studio audiences, assume that we don't know what this assignment is, right? Think about this not as an assignment, but as an opportunity to showcase yourself as a writer, as a self-reflective individual and as not only a critical thinker, but also a creator of knowledge. And those are things that you'll get into more throughout the semester as well. A couple of tiny things. Take your time on this. A lot of writing happens when we're not writing, just when we're sort of taking a walk or working out or taking a nap sometimes, all of these are important activities to sort of soak in what's happening, even though this is such a fast-paced course. Another thing to remember is that you need to be using your ASU account because ASU uses Gmail, which is wonderful. If you also have Gmail, sometimes you can link all of your accounts. And when you reply to an email or you send out an email, it doesn't always choose your ASU Gmail account. So it's frequent that if it's not your ASU account, those emails will just be utterly lost. It's also in the syllabus that we're not supposed to answer anything that doesn't come from an ASU email address. So that's a word of warning. What else? Those are the main things. I'll be checking back in throughout the course, and of course, please do reach out to us in our office hours, to Lily and I. Ask any and all questions, and I just very much look forward to meeting all of you and working with you throughout the next 8 weeks. So stay reflective, keep writing, and don't panic. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye!